Alice Neel was born in Pennsylvania in 1900 and died in New York in 1984. Alice Neel is a portrait painter whose style is that of illustrative idiosyncrasy. She paints oil on canvas, and she tells us through her imagery of people who one way or another were part of her life in New York. It's a visual social history of that time. The ethos, then, was an art world dominated by the critic Clement Greenberg and his push for abstract expressionism. Large canvases filled the studios, ladders clanked. Abstract expressionism was the only form to be accepted. Figurative art was out. Painters dripped paint through blobs at giant canvases, painting a tedious stripe here or there with a Greek name, and so on. That was the order of the day, until pop art came along with its huge blow-up cartoons of Slam and Wham and Andy Warhol's celeb cult. But she ignored all that and quietly enjoyed her figurative pursuits, using such an archaic thing as an easel. She managed to continue working despite a rather hectic and at sometimes tragic personal life. She was the mother of 2 daughters who lived with their father, and a son, Hartley. Her left-wing politics and her survival as a painter, despite the odds in that hostile art world, made her a feminist icon in 70s New York. She was commissioned to paint Kate Millett, the feminist, in 1974 for Time magazine. The only person Andy Warhol allowed to portray him was Alice Neel. She painted him after he was shot. I was lucky enough to see her show when I came to the Whitechapel Gallery in London in 2010. I would describe Alice Neel's work as at its best when it's at its most idiosyncratic. It is interesting to see women painting men as they see them, rather than as men see themselves, and valuable for us to have women who went before us to show us that it is possible to be part of that art world out there, even if we do like painting babies. So, if not the greatest painter of all time, Alice Neel is a valuable one.